By the end of this video, you're going to know how all 13 Capital One cards stack up against each other, because if you're using the wrong credit card for the wrong thing, you're missing out on a ton of money. Capital One offers a variety of different cards, whether it be no annual fee, low annual fee, business credit cards, and travel credit cards. I'm going to rank them all in order so you don't have to do any research. You'll know which ones are the best for you and which ones you could just skip over. And if you don't have the last one, you need to run and get it because it is the best credit card they offer, and you'll see why later on in the video. But first, I need you to smash that subscribe button if you want to make more, save more, and raise your credit. Alright, and before we jump into it, here's what the ranking tier means. S for superior, A for excellent, B good, C average, D below average, E poor, and F very poor. Straightforward. First category is going to be no annual fee. These cards are great if you don't want to pay anything yearly but still earn some sort of rewards. And I must warn you, I'm going to sprinkle around bonus tips throughout the video and personal stories that I have with all of these cards, so don't skip around too much because you might miss out on a ton of benefits or a secret hack with certain credit cards. First up, we have the Quicksilver card from Capital One, earning 1.5% cash back on everyday purchases with no spending cap. Important to note, it does have a sign-up bonus of $200 after you spend $500 in the first 3 months, and then our bonus perk for this card is a 0% APR for 15 months on purchases and balance transfers for no annual fee. Also take advantage of this complimentary Uber One membership through November 14th, 2024, so it is ending soon based on the time I'm recording this video. Nonetheless, it's an excellent card. I highly recommend, even with no annual fee. I give this card an A. I used a similar card to that one when I was coming up and building my credit. It's a simple card, earns rewards, but just because it's simple, it doesn't mean it's the best. We have an even better card coming up next. Next up, we have the Capital One Saver One. No annual fee while earning you 3% unlimited cash back on dining, entertainment, popular streaming services, and at grocery stores. Important to note, this one also has a similar sign-up bonus with no annual fee, and more importantly has that 0% APR period for up to 15 months, while also, I told you it was a good card, earning 1% cash back on every purchase, even if it doesn't fall into those categories we spoke about of cashback, dining, entertainment, and at grocery stores. I think that you can figure this one out. I rank this card an S. That's actually one of my favorite cards with Capital One because you don't pay any fees while you're also getting the best benefits. I compare that card to the American Express Gold. I actually named that card the American Express Gold Killer Card. And if you're like me and you think that card is good, wait till you see the premium credit card category that we're going to talk about later on in the video. Moving and grooving, baby. Card number 3 in the no annual fee category is the Venture One from Capital One. Simple reward structure of 1.25x miles per dollar in every purchase. Important to note, this is the first travel credit card we're technically talking about, so the miles can be converted for cash back, gift cards, and other travel and statement credits in the Capital One travel portal. Normally, these are ranked at 1 cent per point. However, if you use transfer partners and you use other ways of redeeming them for travel, they can be worth a lot more. Don't want to get ahead of myself in this video because this is more about just ranking the cards at face value, but hopefully that makes sense. That said, it's a simple reward structure, also earning a new card member offer. Again, this is going to be in miles instead of cash back, a 0% APR period, as well as no annual fee. For that reason, it's simple, it's not the best. Rewards are pretty standard. I rank this card a B. I believe that was my first travel card because I had the Capital One Quicksilver way back when and I upgraded it to the Venture One. So if you want to get into the travel game and it's your first travel credit card, you can't go wrong because it doesn't have any annual fee. But if you like to travel and you want something with way more perks, then stick around because we have something really incredible coming up soon. Number 4 is the Platinum MasterCard from Capital One. Although it has no annual fee, I don't really recommend this card, and you'll see why. If you notice right here, it says it requires fair credit. Usually that means that someone is either building or rebuilding their credit, so the rewards aren't going to be as good as the other cards we talk about. So this card has no annual fee, but it doesn't offer any rewards. But I will say this, it's an excellent option for people building and rebuilding their credit, but doesn't offer much to people who have good credit, so I'm giving this card a C. There is a bonus perk about that card though. Every 6 months, they evaluate your credit history to see about giving you a credit increase, which could be really powerful to unlocking better and better credit cards down the road. So I wouldn't technically count that card out, but I still give it a C. Which reminds me, before we talk about the last Capital One card in this category with no annual fee, I want to make sure that everyone watching this is aware of something really important with Capital One. They allow you to see if you're pre-approved for the credit card before actually sending in your application. What this means is you could prevent yourself from being denied by seeing if you have an offer or if you have a good chance of being approved for the card before actually sending in your full application. Probably wondering, well, Nick, what are you even talking about? When you send in your full application, you get what's called that hard inquiry, which could bring down your score, and even worse, you could be denied, which isn't really a good feeling. So to prevent this, I always recommend doing the pre-approval tool, whether it be this card we just spoke about or any other card we talk about in the rest of the video. Hopefully that's helped. Let's get back to it. So next up is the Platinum Secured card, and if you have really bad credit, this one is probably for you. As you can see here, don't let your past credit dictate your financial future. So whenever you see secured in the title, that means you have to give up your hard-earned cash to establish your credit limit. For example, let's say you give a $200 deposit. As you see here, your credit limit is technically $200 until further notice. Good news is, similar to the last one, they have automatic credit line reviews. However, I've heard horror stories about Capital One keeping your cash and not actually getting you another card or getting you a higher credit limit. So I would probably just stay away from this one. And yes, there's no annual fee. However, again, you're earning no benefits, and it's really for people that only need to fix their credit. Just use this as a stepping stone to the next card. Only bonus perk I can think of for that card is that you could potentially get your deposit back after you have a good credit standing with them after 3 to 6 months and get a higher credit limit, but that's really all it offers, so I give it a C. Alright, so let's move on to cards that maybe have an annual fee, but it gets a little more interesting because they give you better rewards, or do they? Now we're going to talk about the Quicksilver one from Capital One having a $39 annual fee while also earning 1.5% unlimited cash back regardless of where you spend your money. 1.5% not a whole lot. You do get 5% when you book through the Capital One portal on travel, and I don't know where it is on the website, but we'll make sure to put something here for you. Similar to the Quicksilver one that we spoke about, the only difference is this one has Quicksilver 1, and this one is for people that have bad credit. As you can see there, credit level fair, so they justify that with charging you an annual fee. Another C for Capital One. Alright, enough of those cards for a minute. Next section, we're going to talk about business credit cards, so if you're ready for bigger credit limits, bigger rewards, and to help grow your business, then stay tuned. And there is a lot of them here, so make sure to pay attention. First up is the Capital One Spark Cash Plus, and this card is baller. Almost like they're hiding it because I can't find it anywhere on this page, but it does have a $150 annual fee. Just found it. And here's the bonus perk real quick. You get your annual fee refunded after you spend 150 grand throughout the year. That is pretty strong. 2% everywhere you spend the card, so great for a business that's spending on different things per month, maybe like a consulting company where the owner is spending money on multiple different categories. And you could also take advantage of the high welcome offer of $2,000 after you spend 30 grand in the first 3 months. That's why I said this card is baller. It's not for the average spender. It's for someone who spends a lot of money on their business, and even better, you have to pay this card in full. You can't carry your balance month to month. It does come with flexibility. It's going to give you a limit that technically adapts to your credit profile, whatever that means. Basically, if you spend 10 grand in the first 3 months, your limit or your spending power is going to be from 8 to 15,000. They average it out. I think that card is awesome. No bad things to say about it. I rank it an A, and although it's a little different than the next card I share with you because the next one's going to earn you miles on your business for free travel, that card gets an A in my book. Next up, we have the Spark Miles Business Credit Card. Similar to the last one, but instead of getting cash back, you earn 2x miles. Bonus of 50,000 miles after you spend 4,500 in the first 3 months. As you can see, this one is a toned down version for someone that spends a little less money, a little less of an annual fee at $0 for the first year and $95 after that. So if your business ain't laundering money yet, you go for this one. Just kidding everyone. Just kidding. Put your hands up and leave the house. Oh. Basically, it's just a business version of the Venture card. They waive the annual fee for the first year and then $95 after that 2x miles everywhere you spend money, so it's pretty flexible. I give this card an A. If you're just starting out your business, that's an excellent card to have because of the flexibility and the waived annual fee in the first year. Next up, we have the Spark Miles Select. I know the names sound very similar, so I'll do my best to illustrate them on the screen, but just bear with me. 1.5x unlimited rewards on every purchase, so you do get miles. This is more of a travel business card, and it has a no annual fee. So it's, again, a toned down version of the last one, still going to earn that 50,000 mile point bonus after spending 4,500 in the first 3 months. Unable to find it at the time of this video, but this does usually have a 0% APR period for 9 to 12 months. If I do find it online, I'll post it here. Solid card for business owners that don't want to pay any money, have a no annual fee option while still earning rewards, so I give it a B. Another decent card, but it's important to note most of those cards for the business side, they do offer excellent personal credit scores and decent to no business credit scores, but the next one you could get with fair to no credit. Spark Classic, and had trouble finding it, got a little nervous. I know Capital One has been axing many cards lately, like the Saver card and the Capital One Walmart card. If you haven't heard about that, you want to check out my channel after this video, but here's the classic one. No annual fee, 1% unlimited rewards. As you could tell, it's a lot less than the other cards we spoke about in the business category, but it's really for credit building and for people with fair to no credit scores on the personal and business side. So if that's you, decent credit card. I give this card a C. All right, enough on the business cards. If you have any questions or comments, let them know down below. Never be shy. Now let's talk about the travel credit cards, because if you're anything like me, you like to get to a nice resort or get on a nice plane in a first class flight, and you like to get away a little bit. All right, next up is the Venture card. We're actually going to talk about this one, then talk about that one. This one is the mama, and this one is like the baby mama, the daughter, sorry. So this one here, the Capital One Venture, does have a $95 annual fee. However, you're getting unlimited 2x miles for every dollar that you spend. To take it a step further, 5x miles on hotels, vacation rentals, and rental cars booked through the Capital One travel portal specifically. Has to be booked there. Ton of bonus perks like Hertz 5-star status, so you immediately get status with Hertz for discounted rental cars and maybe even free rental cars depending on how much you rent them. And then the $100 credit for global entry or TSA PreCheck. Great benefits, low annual fee, amazing reward structure. I give this card an S. Again, the Venture was one of my first travel cards, really introduced me to the travel category in general. And I also have the Capital One Venture X, which is the next card we're going to talk about. All right, so the Capital One Venture X is by far the best travel credit card right now. However, it is the hardest to be approved for. It demands an excellent credit score of over a 760. I completely just made that up, but based on the data points that I have and my personal credit score, I'm going to say it's over a 750, probably more towards 760. It does have a $395 annual fee, but as you can see, it has a $300 annual travel credit, $100 global entry or TSA PreCheck credit. That's how you could skip the lines and at the stadium and major airports. 75,000 sign-on bonus when you spend 4,000 in 3 months, pretty reasonable, as well as an additional 10,000 bonus miles, which you could see is equal to $100 at face value every year starting on your first anniversary, and mine's coming up. So you add up all of these, it far outweighs the $395 annual fee, which is what makes it one of the best credit cards to have in your wallet. That card gets an S all day, every day in my book. I didn't even mention the lounge access that you get to hang out at those fancy lounges at the airport, which is primarily the reason why I upgraded my Venture card to the Capital One Venture X. If you want to maximize your rewards and travel benefits without breaking the bank, that is definitely the card for you. All right, that's all 13 Capital One credit cards. Hopefully you enjoyed. I did take a lot of time to do all the research and really find the best points to mention, so I didn't waste any of your time. If you did enjoy it, have any questions, concerns, comments, or compliments, of course, let me know in the comment below. If not, check out this video right here. It's going to show you how to upgrade your Capital One card, no matter which one you have right now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.